What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with a second World Cup semi-final watch-along. Yesterday, we saw Messi and Argentina find their way into the final. Who are they going to be playing this Sunday? The current holders, France, who are many people's favourites going into it, with Mbappe. I think a lot of people have said the best player in the world. But Morocco have been a surprise package, and only one goal conceded so far in this World Cup. So it's not a foregone conclusion that France will just win this game by any means. Big up to everyone tuned in. Make sure you lick down that like button and subscribe and all of that good stuff, people. See you, knit business. And listen, it's an interesting one, this, because on one hand, I like an underdog. So part of me thinks, you know what, it'd be great for Morocco, first African team ever to make the World Cup final. But then on the other hand, I want that blockbuster World Cup final, which would be Argentina against France. So who in the comments, who do you want to win this game? What final would you rather see? I think as a neutral, France-Argentina is the more exciting one, but it wouldn't surprise me if Morocco caused an upset here. One goal conceded is unbelievable. Big up everyone in the comments. Hope you are well. Back-to-back Drake setting, says Joe. Big up the family podcast. That guy said Morocco might just surprise us. Big up Chris. Big up Mob Squad, who said let's go Morocco. Kay said he's anti-Messi, so he wants France to win. Blockbuster can sometimes be a letdown, said no. I hear you on that. Sometimes two big teams, you kind of cancel each other out. But I think the French... Well, we'll see. You know what? Let's go into the team lineups anyway. France have made a couple of changes. They've got two players out through illness. So the two changes are Upamecano, who I thought was very lucky not to concede a penalty against England. He comes out. He's got illness. I think it's a bad cold they've reported it as. Ibrahima Konate comes in, Liverpool centre-back. Could have been Saliba, but as I said the other day, this report's come out of France saying that Varane has to have an aggressive centre-back next to him. Saliba's not really that. As Hakimi and Mbappe hugging each other on the way out. Best friends at PSG. They'll be playing directly against each other, right back and left wing today. So Konate comes back in. I actually think Konate is better than Upamecano, to be honest. And listen, on one hand, I'd love Saliba to be playing. But on the other hand, Saliba's got 18 months left on his deal. If he was playing for France in this World Cup, on his way to the final, every team in world football would be looking at him. So I actually don't think it's a major negative for Arsenal that Saliba's not playing. I think you can get him to sign that contract a little bit quicker and easier and cheaper due to the fact he hasn't played. Because his agent would be saying, well, he's playing for France. He's on his way to the World Cup final. Make it 200 grand a week. Now you can say, you know what, bruv? You played 20 minutes. You know, we'll keep it at 120 now. Sign the thing. So we'll keep him there. Koundé at right back. Theo Hernandez at left back. Like I said, Varane and Konate at centre-back. Going to midfield, they've made another change in there. Rabiot is the other player that's out with illness. So Fofana comes in for him. A bit of a legend on FIFA for anyone who plays FIFA. There was talk it could have been Guendouzi, which would have been interesting. Guendouzi is Moroccan-born, or his family are from Morocco, but obviously plays for France. That would have been quite interesting. So they've gone for Fofana, Tchouaméni and Antoine Griezmann. I think Antoine Griezmann has quietly been one of the best players in this World Cup in that number 10 role. It's a totally different role for him. And I think he's excellent. I really think he's excellent in this 10 role. It suits him. Not as good up front, not as good on the wing. This is a very good role for him. Then the front three, I mean, this front three picks itself. It speaks for itself. It's the danger. It's Mbappe, Dembele, and Giroud. Dembele is on his day. He's almost unplayable. When he's not on it, he's very wasteful. That's the problem with him. But if he finds that consistency, but he has had a decent World Cup. Mbappe against Hakimi is going to be the key battle of this game. Hakimi, probably their best player, and Mbappe is the French best player. And I think Hakimi is a top quality right back, by the way. So they're going to have to do a job on him. And then Giroud through the middle. I think he's got better. He's what, 35 now? 35, 36? This is probably the best Giroud I've seen in his entire career. 36 years of age, and this is definitely the best Giroud that I've seen. Alfred, thank you for the super chat. Said a France win will completely finish the PSG locker room. Can you imagine Mbappe coming in with two World Cup winners medals with Neymar and Messi looking around? That's a good point, isn't it? Imagine the dynamics of that front three. Messi would be devastated. He's never going to win a World Cup. Neymar, you know, he was in tears when they lost. And Mbappe walks in going, yep, there's my second World Cup. I'm only 23. I've won it twice already. Oh, and I knocked Hakimi out on the way as well. But hey, the game is the game, man. It's gonna be an interesting final either way. He's been a conductor the whole tournament. Yeah, listen, Griezmann, I think, has been fantastic. Really do. It's that role really suits him in the 10 role. Let's get the Moroccan team. There've been a few real unsung heroes in this team, man. Amrabat, a lot of teams looking at him at the moment. This manager actually was, we were speaking earlier that, you know, Mikel Arteta did some seminar about coaching, and this coach was there, and now they're trying to give Arteta credit for for the Moroccan run to the semi-final. Arteta's seminar inspired him. But their team, let's try and do their team without butchering their names. Bouna in goal, Hakimi at right back, Mazraki, Amrabat, Aged, Saiss, Ziyech, Anali, Boufal, El Yamik, and En-Nesyri. En-Nesyri actually was linked with a move to Arsenal at one stage. Scored the winner against Portugal, I believe. And listen, they got some good players. Amrabat, a lot of clubs are looking at him. Hakimi, I would say Hakimi, you'd probably say top 3, top 5 right back in the world, really. I'm trying to think of right backs. I think Hakimi's right up there, really. So it's going to be a great battle. It's definitely Boufal. Was he? I think he was at Southampton. Mazraki, have I butchered that one? There was always going to be one, weren't there? But hey, we keep it moving. The butcher of names. Big C, Mudryk is seen in Dubai. I saw someone say that earlier. Is that actually true? I don't know whether that's true or not. I mean, is it coincidental? I'm assuming they're having their midwinter break. That would just spark all sorts of rumours if Mudryk... Yeah, he is. He definitely is. Yeah. Mudryk is in Dubai on holiday at the same time Arsenal are on tour in Dubai. Welcome to Arsenal, people. But anyway, yeah, there's their team. Hopefully I didn't butcher too many names. Would you take Hakimi at Arsenal? Listen, you don't need to ask me that one. I think most people would take Hakimi. Mudryk is on holiday in Dubai while Arsenal... I told you, this guy, I haven't seen anyone twerk like this since Beyonce in a Destiny's Child video. He is desperate to join Arsenal. I'm telling you, we've gone on tour to Dubai, so he's turned up in Dubai on holiday. Just, you know, he'll probably be on the plane coming back to London as well. That's a mad coincidence, though, isn't it? Arsenal go there and he goes there. It's crazy. If we don't sign him... And apparently they're saying his agent's in London as well, so it continues. No, I'm not going to be tracking no number plate. Remember when Arsenal fans did that with Isaac? O'Cowdy said, let's go Morocco. It's a strong possibility Mudryk will be coming to Arsenal based on Mudryk being in Dubai. Arsenal is out of the running for Danilo. I don't think they want him now. Mudryk is with Cardi B in Dubai. Guna says, be like Mudryk, chase your dreams. I respect his hustle. He's going to make sure he gets this move by any means necessary, I'm telling you. Pat said, Big C, man on the earlier stream, Sky Touche wanted to sell ESR and get Mudryk out of the blue. 3-minute ban carried over. A lot of people weren't happy with that. It surprised me. Man said, yep, just sell ESR. I was like, rah, we don't have... I think keep him as well. Keep him. We don't need to get rid. Anyway, we are about to kick off. Give me your score predictions. France against Morocco. And we are underway, people. Second World Cup semi-final. I am going for 2-0 to France. I know they haven't conceded in this tournament. Well, only one goal, Morocco. But I'm going to go for 2-0 to the French. I think they'll have too much. So give me your predictions. George going 4-0. Dennis 2-1. Krabby going 4-0. Clement's going for the upset. 2-1 Morocco win. Usman said 1-0. Guna Graham 1-all. Quezzy's going Morocco. Family Podcast Morocco. Peter's going France 3-1. We should get a refund on Vieira. They absolutely fleeced us, said NR11. MO7's going Morocco 2-1. Noel's going 5-2 to France. Oz says 3-1. Alvin 2-1. Anthony 3-0. Big up Omar C Unit. NR11's going 0-0 France on penalties. I don't want to see that. I don't want to watch 120 minutes of 0-0, even though penalties will be exciting. Sheets of Metal's going for Morocco as well. It's going to be an interesting game. He's saying 3-1. Omar's going 2-0 France, same as me. Jamal's going 2-1 to Allez les Bleus. I tell you what, the atmosphere is lively there. That is for sure. What are we debating this stream? R9 versus Messi 10. Listen, I've said it already. For me, if Messi wins that World Cup on Sunday, I think it's game over. The debate's finished. I think you can have a favourite. Because if Messi wins the World Cup, R9 Ronaldo will still be my favourite. Like, it was just my first footballing idol that I looked up to. But if he wins the World Cup, it's done and dusted for me. Like, he's the GOAT. He's officially the GOAT. You could put him in a farm. He's a GOAT. But it'll be interesting because if they play France, I think France are still the favourites. I think France have got a better team than Argentina. And that right back for Argentina, I feel like Mbappe will give him big problems. But we'll see. It would be interesting. It would be interesting. Chris said, but Messi carried this Argentina team, best player. But they're still going to have that debate. People are going to say, you've got to carry them over the finish line. That people will always say, yeah, but Maradona got Argentina over the finish line. He won them the World Cup. As much as Messi's been unbelievable in this tournament, if they play France in the final and get beat, they'll go, all right, cool, you had a great tournament. You got player of the tournament. But did you win the World Cup? No, you didn't. So I still think, as good as he's been, he needs to lift up that trophy and say, I dragged this Argentina team at 35 to winning that trophy, which would be unbelievable. Usman said, I understand Big C. For me, Zizou will always be the greatest, but objectively it would be Messi. I hear you. And as I said, I still understand the argument. But I just think, he'd probably win the 8th Ballon d'Or. He'd have the World Cup, the Copa America. How many Champions Leagues, how many league titles? I think it would be done and dusted. But I understand. Zizou is... I said this the other day. I think people were arguing about Iniesta and Zinedine Zidane and Modric. And I was like, Zidane's better than all of them, man. Midfielders. South London's finally said, Messi winning at 35. CR7 can't chat to him. He is pumping all them weights, but Messi looks fresher. Maybe Ronaldo's burnt out, And I think we have to always give a little bit of context. Ronaldo's nearly 38. He's nearly 3 years older than Messi. So you have got to put that into context a little bit as well. It's different. It's a lot different. You can't compare players of different generations. Sometimes, and I don't want to come across, this might sound very disrespectful what I'm going to say, but and take it into context. Sometimes you look at some of the old videos, right? Like from the 70s and 60s and 80s, and I don't know if the player on the ball is just that good, but I'm like, you're dribbling past some of these defenders like they're not even there. Like, it's almost like you're just jogging past people. Like, I don't know if the speed of the game was different or the player on the ball is just that good, but I don't know. I could be completely wrong, by the way. But you look at some of the videos, you think, he's just breezing past them. Here's Antoine Griezmann into the area. He's got 2 in support. Mbappe's shot's blocked. And shot again, deflected, chance. 1-0 to France. Allez les Bleus. Theo Hernandez with the goal for the French. France take the lead after just 4 minutes. Allez les Bleus. Allez les Bleus. Allez les Bleus. Goal to France. Theo Hernandez. Morocco are shell-shocked. They didn't deal with it well, and they have taken the lead 1-0 to the French. Starts in defence with Varane. Great ball into Griezmann. Defender sold himself, pulls it back. Mbappe, shot's blocked. Second one's blocked. Up in the air, it's a great finish from Hernandez, the left back. Excellent goal. Ball's bouncing, jumps in the air, volleys it at the near post. And yeah, it's not looking good. Terrible start. What they've prided themselves on in this World Cup, Morocco, is not conceding. And I always felt if they had any chance of beating France, they've got to keep them out for a long time. To concede after 4 minutes and have to chase the game, I think. Listen, I don't want to write them off. They can get back in it, but I feel like they're in trouble now because I think them having to come out and attack France will leave spaces in their defence, and that's where France will pick them off. Great finish by Theo Hernandez. Big issue says, bonjour, bonjour. 1-0 to the French early on. Nightmare start for Morocco. And listen, as I keep saying, I know we're all kind of on this messy, World Cup train. I think people have to understand, for me, this French team are the best team left in the competition. I saw a report on ESPN. I think it was Julien Laurens. And he's saying, listen, around the world, everyone's going crazy, Messi. He said in France, they very much believe that they will beat Argentina in the final. They're looking at Messi going, yeah, Messi's great, but your team's nowhere near as good as the French team. He said in France, they're very confident they're going to win the World Cup. And I can understand it. I really can. NR11 said, Big C, Griezmann shout for player of the tournament. Yeah, I mean, I said it at the start. He's gone under the radar because everyone in France is talking about Mbappe. Naturally, he's the main man. And Giroud getting a lot of credit. Obviously, he's broke the record for most goals. But Griezmann has been fantastic in this tournament. That is actually a really good finish. You can see Giroud on the edge of the box looking for the pass. I don't know if they should do better there. It looks a little bit easy, that finish, in terms of should the goalkeeper block the near post. But France, a lot of people didn't tip them at the start of the World Cup. Considering they were the world champions, most people went for Argentina and Brazil. Here come Morocco. First chance for them. They're going to have to go for it a little bit now. I think it will make it actually a more exciting game. Great challenge there by Fofana. Here come France. Here's Mbappe, left-hand side. He's got he should have passed it. He took too long. Took too long there, Mbappe. They got back. Rog said, Big C, have you seen the video called Pele Done It? Already, he pulls off skills all the modern players are doing. No, I haven't seen that. I'll have a look at that. Come on, Morocco. Time to see what these players have got. Dembele is Martial's twin brother. Very inconsistent. I respectfully disagree. I think Argentina are determined as France, if not even more. But you know the thing, George? I'm not even... The determination, there's no doubt. Like, the passion of that Argentina team is unbelievable. I'm just talking about general quality. I think if you compared that French team to the Argentina team, I think the French team is better, in my opinion. I think they have a better team. But it's that Messi factor. And I like the boy Enzo Fernandez in midfield. He's very, very good player, in my opinion. Chris said, did Zidane make you look at Brazilians different in that World Cup 2006? It was genius, wasn't it? I've always said he was, it's one of the best individual performances I've ever seen, that Zidane performance. Thomas said Argentina beat France. Listen, we'll see. We'll see. They've got the passion, they've got the team spirit, and they've got Messi, so you've got a chance. But listen, we'll see. Morocco aren't out of the game yet. That's the main thing they've got to bear in mind. Buenos Aires said, don't worry, we have unleashed Dybala now. The World Cup is ours. Listen, bring him on last 20, man. He'll score. Mark said, I've said France all along. Here come Morocco. They're getting forward now. Chance from range. Good shot. Saved by Lloris. Strong left hand there. Palms it away. Decent effort. Tried to curl it in that far corner. Was always reasonably comfortable. But a good strike there from distance. Tried to bend it in the far corner. And Tarun said France will thrash Argentina. I don't think they'll thrash them. I think it would be a tight game. Whoever won the game, I think it would be close. McAllister has been brilliant for them. He's had a really good tournament. I wonder if Harry Kane is watching. I'm sure he is, but you see that Messi penalty last night. That's the kind of penalty he needed to take. It was good how Ian Wright actually looked at both the penalties, the penalty that Kane scored and the one that he missed. And he was showing you the difference in his body position. And you can just see as he's hitting that second one, he's a little bit, he's like he's not close enough to the ball. You have to put your opposite foot close to the ball so that as you hit it, your body stays in good shape. Where the second one, he's a little bit further back from the ball, so he leans back slightly as he hits it. Mbappe was looking for the free kick there, but the ref gave offside already. So free kick to Morocco. Kimron said Arsenal made him a French supporter. I think a lot of Arsenal fans like France over the years with Henry and Vieira, Petit, Pires, Wiltord, and Nelka. We've had a real good mix of French players over the years. Not so much now. I think that French market's been damaged a little bit in this Arteta period, if I'm being honest. But we have got Saliba back, so maybe we can rebuild it. Yeah, we're getting strong in the Brazil market, but a lot of them are the younger ones. Maybe, well, we got Willian. That one definitely didn't work out. But, you know, maybe with Martinelli and Jesus and Gabriel. France have the experience of big finals. Their players played at the Euro and World Cup. I mean, Argentina obviously got to the Copa America final as well. But yeah, I know what you're saying. They've had a lot of experience. They often reach these finals, don't they? Alfred said people are forgetting France handled Argentina easily 4 years ago. That was an Argentina team with a younger Messi, Di Maria, and Aguero. I remember that game as well. It just feels like, I always felt like when I used to, Griezmann gets clattered there. I always used to feel like when I watched Messi for Argentina, I just saw a player that was always like seeking the love of the fans. And he always like, he looked under a lot of pressure. He looked as if like, this is like, it's almost hindering him. He was under that much pressure. Where now I feel like the Argentina fans love him now and they've embraced him and realised how good he is. He's smiling a lot. I've never seen Messi smile this much playing for Argentina. He always used to look angry and sad when he was playing for them all the time. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Keith said Giroud actually sent me a video message when I met his family friends, so I always had a soft spot for him. Once a Gooner, always a Gooner. See, I'm a little bit... my opinion of Giroud as a Gooner is a little bit different. I remember when we played Chelsea and the Arsenal fans applauded him. I didn't applaud him because when he won the Europa League, he trolled us with Chelsea. I understand celebrating winning the trophy. You've left the club, what you meant to do. You're not going to pretend you're sad. But he actually trolled Arsenal online, and I thought, you know what? I don't respect that. And then on top of that, you know, I still haven't forgiven him for the 15 goals. I'm sorry. 15 games without a goal. You know, I blame him for us not winning the title that year. So for me, Giroud has been a better player since leaving Arsenal. I think Chelsea and AC Milan, they got the better version of him. We got the apprentice who was figuring out how to get the best out of his game. He scored goals for us. He was a solid striker, but he was never going to take us to a title. Nah, Musa, I haven't, man. Trust me, like, that performance against Monaco in the Champions League, like, this guy in that game, he must have, what was it, 5 clear-cut chances in that game that guy missed. And then he goes 15 games without scoring. And I have to watch Leicester win the title. And then you troll us after leaving. I'm sorry, mate. Nah, you're not always a Gooner for me. You can, you know, AC Milan and Chelsea. You had your spell at Arsenal, cool, but nah, he ain't a Gooner in my eyes. Ball whipped in by Hakimi. Ziyech, sorry, and it's headed away at the near post. Nah, I don't forgive him, man. I'm not easy, man, I'm telling you. They stood up and applauded him at the Emirates. I'm looking at man around me like, why are you standing up and applauding this guy? He wasn't applauding us after he won the Europa League. He was trolling us. Giroud and Ozil era was harsh. Yeah, it was a bit painful. We were a striker away, man. Is Ashley Cole a gooner to you? I would say, do you know what? I feel like he's more Chelsea than Arsenal. He worked at Chelsea. I think he still worked at... No, he went to Everton with Lampard, but I feel like he's more Chelsea than Arsenal, if I'm being honest. But he never trolled us when he left. I know people were angry with him leaving, but he's never done what Giroud did. People called Ashley Cole a snake, but that I'd say that was our fault. David Dean even said it. It was Arsenal's fault that Ashley Cole left. So, forget Cashley. People they're not easy with Ashley Cole, are they? Our fan base really hates him. Howe said, Big C, difference with Giroud, he had better players at Chelsea and Milan. And he had wingers that crossed the ball to him early. This is a chance from Morocco. Ball out wide. Oh, he slips as he goes to shoot there. I think, is it Ziyech? Yeah, it was on his right foot. He obviously wanted to get back onto his left foot. And Assassin, this is the difference. This is what I'm saying here, right? So England have just messed up another tournament. And they're out here talking about either keep Southgate or bring in Steven Gerrard. And I'm like, Steven Gerrard, have you seen the job this guy's just done? And Brazil, oh, it's Giroud. Oh, it's outside of the post. Good effort by Giroud there. That could have been game over if he scored that. I tell you what, that is awful defending. One long ball, bounces over the defender's head. I was thinking go across goal there, but he goes near post, smashes the post. It's a clean strike, cuts across it slightly and goes out for a goal kick. But Brazil, they've sacked their manager, right? They've gone for two managers. One's Zinedine Zidane, who's won like 3 Champions Leagues, and the other one's Carlo Ancelotti. They're not sitting there in Brazil going, oh, we need to appoint a Brazilian manager. It doesn't matter how bad he is, just make sure he's Brazilian. England out here talking about Steven Gerrard. Like, what is Steven Gerrard going to do as England manager? Do you see what the guy's just done at Aston Villa? He stunk out Villa Park, man, I'm telling you. Go and get a proper manager. Man said appoint. Yeah, of course. Do you know what I mean? Don't give it to Stevie G, man. Just go and get a top quality manager. Stuart said, I don't blame Giroud for trolling us. The abuse he got from our fans while still playing for us was unreal. I'd have done the same. Did he get a lot of abuse? Yeah, he did, actually. They called him a lamppost. He was about as useful as a lamppost at times. I can't lie. He's much better now. Rather bring in Mike Bassett. I'm telling you, Mike Bassett, a legend in the movie, man, surely. But not Gerrard, man, come on. Gerrard and Brendan Rodgers. Oh, I mean, Rodgers a good coach, but I don't think Rodgers deals with personalities well. You know, he clashed with some of the big boys at Liverpool. Looks like Morocco are making a change. One of their substitutes is coming on. Yeah, I read about Vialli, man. Sad news, man. Hope he recovers. Gianluca Vialli, he was a quality player growing up, man. Serie A, I think everyone's Serie A days back in the day used to watch Italian football. Get Ted Lasso, why not, man? Season 3's coming soon, I think. Nathan said, I'm sick of these ex-players talking rubbish. They don't want what is best. They care more about the perks. Yeah, you know how it goes. It's political, innit? Half of them England players who've retired, half of them played for England with Southgate, so they're mates with him. So they don't want to criticise him. And, you know, it takes real strength to go on TV and be critical of the England manager. A lot of these guys don't want to do it, you know. But to me, he should have won a tournament with these last 3 tournaments. And tactically, he's not good enough. And this is a very good generation. Bias Gunnar said, I still think of Giroud as Chelsea has more than double the appearances for us and double the goals. But fans didn't respect him enough. Fair enough. It's like having Ollie in charge. It is. He's an English Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's vibes. You can tell the vibe's nice. You know, they're saying it's the best dressing room they've had in England for years. And they all get on. And he's man management. And he don't shout. He puts his arm around players. He's nice and easy to play for him. The vibe's probably beautiful as a player. But he ain't going to win you anything. That's the problem. You know? South London's finally said, Big C, if Harry Kane retires now, with all the goals, will he be remembered? Look at Cole, he won the treble. He never really gets mentioned. I think that, I mean, he'll be, to me, he'll be a Tottenham legend. He'll be a Tottenham legend. People will always go, oh, do you remember that Harry Kane? Yeah, scored a lot. Oh, what did he win? Oh, nothing. Okay, cool. Let's move on. That's what you're judged by as a footballer, let's be honest. Individual brilliance and your performance, we'll talk about that. But then, what's in your trophy cabinet? Oh, it's empty. All right, cool. Well, next conversation, my friend. Saiss is off. It's a big loss for them. Morocco. Amala comes on. Early substitution. Game hasn't started well for them. Big up Curtis. I think Messi needs to win the World Cup just to match, not surpass Maradona in the eyes of Argentina. Good. Well, maybe they'll embrace him as better. Are you harsh on Kane? Listen, I'm not going to disrespect Kane in the sense Kane is a very good striker, right? When you look at his goal record, right, he could potentially break Shearer's record as the all-time Premier League top goal scorer. So I'm not saying that Harry Kane is a poor player. He's a top quality player. But ultimately, you've won nothing. And in your biggest games of your career, you have not turned up. I'll repeat it again. World Cup semi-final, Croatia roll the ball to Sterling, 6 yards. England are 2-0 up. They make the World Cup final, but you missed. Simple as that. Euros final against Italy, he did not have a shot on target. Right? Didn't have a shot on target in the whole game. There you go. Carabao Cup final against Man City. Didn't do anything. Got pocketed by Laporte. FA Cup semi-final against Man United. Smalling, back pocket. Couldn't get out. Champions League final. Probably wasn't fully fit. Van Dijk, pocket. Didn't do anything. And then the other day against France, I know it sounds harsh because he scored 1 penalty, but he missed the penalty. So, in the man's 5 biggest games of his career, he hasn't turned up. We can give him the 1 penalty that he scored, but then he missed one. You can't be considered a world beater when you haven't performed in your biggest games. 5 of them as well. Ish said he's just here to score penalties against Arsenal. I'm telling you, if those 2 penalties were against Arsenal, he just scored both of them. He can't miss against us. I mean, Assassin, to be fair, and listen, I love your input. It's really appreciated. From when it's Danny Mills, mentally, I'm already switching off because that guy talks the most rubbish I've ever heard. But Danny Mills on Southgate said there's coaches and then there's managers. Gareth is a man manager. He would get a top job. I'm struggling to finish this, by the way. He said Sir Alex wasn't a good coach, but man management was exceptional. I mean, is it April Fool's Day or something? I mean, he's comparing Southgate to Sir Alex Ferguson and talk. I mean, listen, he lost all credibility, Danny Mills, when he got nutmegged at Highbury by Thierry Henry. That was the end of him anyway. He's just a TalkSport troll anyway. So yeah, that's a shocking, and that's the kind of clowns you've got in the English media trying to keep this guy in a job, for some reason, because he's a nice guy. Because he's a nice guy, they'll all defend him. Oh, he's so nice, Gareth. Gareth is so nice. He does interviews, he does adverts, he stands up for the players. I respect him for that, but you're here to manage and get the best out of this team. Are you getting the best out of this group? No. You've got Maddison and Trent and these man can't even get a kick the whole tournament. You know what I mean? Nah, it's silly, man. It's silly. Any championship strikers you'd take? Nah, I think we got to get better. I don't know if there's anyone in the championship who's that good. Timo Pukki's probably one of the best. I wouldn't take any of them. Version Top said, I'm sorry, Curtis, as a French gooner, I could not stop laughing when Kane missed the pen. England played better than us. And that's what makes it worse. England played well, still got beat. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But it is what it is. In England, we've got this thing now with the England national team. It's like, we celebrate losing. Oh, we're so proud of the team. They've made us so proud. And they'll win the next tournament. Oh, okay, but we said that last time. After the Euros final, we said, right, that's it. This team, they are ready, mate. They'll win the next tournament. Quarterfinals. But anyway. Omar said, see, are you surprised Saliba hasn't played that much? Now I've seen that article, I kind of get it. If you look at Varane has been at his best next to an aggressive centre-back. Ramos at Real Madrid and Umtiti at France. They probably think him and Saliba are too similar. They're both more the ball player that reads the game well. Mbappe has turned. He's exploded. Oh, he's given it away. Tried a little back heel. Yeah, there was an article in France about Saliba. I'll try and show it on the next live stream, where they were saying, why is Saliba not playing? A lot of Arsenal fans saying, why is Saliba not playing for France? And they were saying basically that Varane is seen as the main centre-back, but he needs an aggressive centre-back next to him, which is why they've gone with Upamecano and Konate, who are far more aggressive than Saliba. Saliba is actually very similar to Varane in the way he plays and reads the game and doesn't really go to ground easy. So they don't think those two would work well together. Morocco. Oh, they're appealing for a penalty here, Morocco. But I think the player was fouled just before. Was it Theo Hernandez? And actually, it's a yellow card for Boufal. So no penalty. Joey said, as an American Arsenal fan, I see England as the international Spurs. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They are. That's why I don't get hyped for England, because I know what's coming. Broad said, on a side note, this Morocco team beats England. It's they defend well. They defend well, that is for sure. Big up Broads in the chat. He said, wish this game was the final. Damn. Not for me. I want to see France, Argentina. I can't lie. I want to see heavyweights. I thought that might have been a penalty. I don't know how he's got a yellow card for that. Genuinely don't. Harsh yellow card, says Graham. How's that a yellow? Nomsa said, Curtis, I was proud of the England team, did well. Listen, man, England. You look at England in this World Cup, right? They beat the teams they were supposed to beat on paper. As soon as they played a team that was better than them, they lost. I think that's just par. That's just doing what was expected, really. Bioschooner said Saliba is levels above Varane. Saliba is 100% going to be the next Van Dijk. I've said this for 3 years. And France got Camavinga. The thing with this manager, he trusts him. He'll turn around and say, you know, Varane was part of a team that got to the World Cup and won it last time, got to the Euros final the time before against Portugal. So he trusts him, you know. Nathan said, we'll never get better with this clown in charge. Get Tuchel in now. Would England appoint a German manager? I've got no problem with it, but you know that England and the FA, it's very, very political. So it would be interesting. Assassin said, David Seaman on Southgate. Disheartened to hear all the negative news around Southgate's future after the incredible job he's done for the past 6 years. I, for one, hope he stays. Yeah, cheers, Dave. Thanks for that. It's all the same people that are saying it. All these ex-players that have played with Southgate, they're probably friends. They get probably perks off the FA. Send their family to the game. Gareth, it's David, mate. Do you remember me? Euro 96. Yeah, I was the keeper. Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, can you get me 4 tickets? England, France, in Qatar. I'm here with my family. Yeah, no problem, mate. You always talk positive about me. There you go. Have your tickets. All right, cool. As soon as you criticise him, yeah, I think Gareth should go. He's not good enough. Yeah, Gareth, you got them 4 tickets, mate. Nah, boo. Phone's getting hung up straight away. Hello, Gareth? You're pressing your phone. Gareth? Can't hear from that, brother. You know how the game goes, man. This is how these industries go, man. You know what I mean? They don't want to criticise. I was telling you the other day, you know, can you get the press pass at the Emirates? No, because from when you speak out against the club, you ain't getting no perks. I ain't going to no events or movie premieres. But it is what it is. So, a whole lot of bootlicking, as people are saying here, man. Oh, Gareth, what an incredible job. All right. What's incredible is if he wins a trophy to me. You lost to an Italian team at home in front of 60,000 England fans to an Italian team that didn't even qualify for the World Cup. I mean, that's not incredible to me after being 1-0 up. But, let me not say too much. Maybe I won't be able to get England tickets again if I say too much. Not that I ever go and watch England anyway, so who cares? Shot by Morocco. It's offside, unfortunately. Seaman needs to go back to getting lobbed by Dino. Hey, I'm not gonna go too harsh on Seaman. You're a gooner, but all right, let's go in on him. Stick to fishing, Dave. Gareth Solskjaer, I'm telling you, it's just Ollie. It's Ollie with a waistcoat. It's just Ollie with a waistcoat. That's all it is. He smiles. He's polite. He's nice in interviews. The press love him. Fans sing songs about him. But he'll lose when it matters. Now, Deschamps, and you're right here, anyway, and Deschamps not highly rated, I've heard a lot of people go, oh, Deschamps not that good. I'm like, Deschamps not that good. Euros final. Wins the World Cup. Had a bad Euros last year. And he's on the verge of reaching another final. So you don't rate him, but people like David Seaman, Danny Mills, telling me that Southgate's doing an incredible job, and he ain't touched. He never showed armpits. He ain't lifted no silverware. But and this is the crazy thing. This is what I said the other day. You can't achieve nothing great unless you believe it. Did England really believe that they were going to beat France? I don't think they did. They hoped. Hope is different to belief. England hoped that they could beat France. They hoped that they could keep Mbappe quiet. Imagine we spent 4 days talking about how we can keep Mbappe quiet. We kept him quiet and we still got beat. How does that work out? The media for 4 days didn't stop talking about Mbappe. Kyle Walker did a press conference. They asked him 4 questions about Mbappe. How are you going to stop Mbappe? Do we need to double up? Do we need to change formation? How good is he? So they made it seem like, listen, lads, if we keep Mbappe quiet, we'll beat these. And then Mbappe didn't do anything and we still lost. Here is Mbappe. Left-hand side, cuts inside, lays it off. Shot by Tchouaméni, hits his own player. Giroud is offside and it's a free kick. French people have a different mentality. It's about winning for them. For us, it's about vibes and way. Listen, England, right? The England national team now has become about, it's become like England is qualify for a tournament, talk about winning it, bring out 3 lines on a shirt. We start singing that, right? They get through the groups, win a couple games. Everyone gets hyped up. We're like, oh, can we do it? Is this England's year? Get to the knockouts. We play against a team that's better than us, right? We have barbecue. They all go box park and throw beers over each other when England score. Get all hyped up. And then we lose to someone who's better than us. And then we're like, actually, how did I fall for that again when they do it every single tournament? And then you're back to square one. You go, oh, don't worry, mate. Another competition in 2 years. And then you go back full circle. They win their qualifying group because they're playing against players you've never heard of. San Marino at home. Harry Kane scores about 8 goals and breaks the record, right? Then they qualify. They get through the group because it's easy. Get to the knockouts. Gareth football's coming home. It's coming. It's coming home. It's England's year. Harry Kane. Hey. Yeah, you got France. All right, cool. Half the team's missing. No Pogba, no Kante, no Nkunku, no Benzema. All right, cool, we'll beat them. Mbappe, keep him quiet. Yeah, kept him quiet. Did they win? Oh, no, they lost 2-1. Okay, so what circumstances do they need to actually win a tournament? Like, I don't get it. Like, come on, man. You can't give Southgate this. Like people are saying, if Southgate continues, England are going to become Belgium. You're going to sit there in 4 years and go, wait a minute. The whole England team's collapsed and a golden generation looks like stainless steel. Harry Kane will be about 34. He can't run now, so imagine him when he's 34. He'll be running backwards. right? You're going to waste all these Bellinghams and all these ballers, yeah? You got Foden playing left wing like he's a 1998 left winger like Ryan Giggs hugging the touchline, right? And this manager is going to waste all these players. You've got to give a proper manager these players. Give a proper coach these players and see what they can do. And then we can talk about how good the players are. We can't... Oh, France on the attack. Mbappe could be in. Mbappe's in. Oh, cleared off the line. Couldn't get his foot around the ball. Olivier Giroud puts it wide. What a chance. Should have had a touch. Should have been 2-0 there. Mbappe couldn't get his foot around the ball. Was cleared off the line. Rebound came to Giroud. I think he could have had a touch there. But anyway, let's get back to England. Yeah, Harold. I mean, come on, Harold. Imagine him at 34. It's crazy. We're going to be the new Belgium. We're going to be the new Belgium. You can see it. Belgium had a golden generation. Hazard, Lukaku, Vertonghen, Witsel, Kevin De Bruyne. All these ballers. Highest rated team in the world because they keep smashing up their qualifying group. Lukaku's got about 15 goals in qualifiers. They turn up for a tournament. As soon as they need some tactics, they're looking at the bench. They got Roberto Martinez, the guy who got Wigan relegated. The guy got Wigan relegated. What's he going to do? He don't even know how to deal with big players. So we got Gareth Southgate, the guy who got sacked by Middlesbrough and got relegated with Middlesbrough. What's he going to do? Pizza Hut adverts and get Middlesbrough relegated. We expect this guy to win us the World Cup. He don't even know what to do with this team. He don't even know how to deal with these players. He's looking at Trent and Maddison and Foden and Rashford and Grealish. He's thinking, what the hell am I going to do with these? I play defensive football. I want to play 5 at the back with 2 DMs. He don't even know how to deal with these, man. It's crazy. And these men are coming out in the press saying he's doing an incredible job. He's going to waste our generation of players. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But hey, it is what it is. Very good youngsters. But guess what? Youngsters get old. If you leave them with a guy who don't know how to manage them. That's the problem. This guy, you know what I mean? Kane has 2 years left. If that, you get a Euros out of him in 2 years in Germany. Last chance saloon for him. That's the last chance. The World Cup in America, not a chance, mate. 34 in the heat, playing games in Miami and that, not a chance Harry Kane can handle that. There's no way on earth Harry Kane can handle that, mate. No chance. And where's the next striker coming through for England? We ain't got one at the moment, really. So, trust me, man. Get him an advert. Just put him on an advert in a waistcoat and move him on. Pizza adverts and gets Middlesbrough relegated. Bro, I have to say it. I have to say it. Southgate got England relegated in the Nations League. Do you know what I mean? Hungary was turning us over. Nathan said I'd take Wenger now and I was Wenger out. Wenger would do better. As long as he had a jacket with a decent zip, he'd do better. Get Steven Gerrard in. I mean, listen, I'm not even going to cap. I don't know if Gerrard's any better. You know what I mean? I know Gerrard was a legend of a player. Let me give him that. And he did do well at Rangers, but his tactics are not the best. I can't lie. I watched him at Villa, man. He was struggling. Man said, what you saying? Eddie for England? Don't know about that, mate. I don't know about that. Eddie, I told you, Eddie should have played for Ghana, man. I don't know what he was thinking. He just wasted a World Cup. Next World Cup in America, if Ghana qualify, I bet Eddie's playing for Ghana. Here's Griezmann. Good tackle, corner. Get Gary Neville. Gary Neville, you know, he struggled at Valencia, didn't he? Would you take Southgate as a yardman manager? No, I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't. Can't turn up with that waistcoat. Daniel Sturridge. He was a top player. Get Roy Keane in. Roy Keane, he'd be fighting people, he would. Roy Keane would be having fights. But no, man, get a proper manager in, man. Keep my striker's name out your mouth. Argentina, France, Sunday prediction. Ooh, let me save the prediction. And the odd man will bully Gareth. Griezmann whips it in, flicked on at the near post, goes just wide by Varane. Hudson-Odoi too. Yeah, I don't understand it. I've got no idea why Eddie Nketiah didn't play for Ghana. I don't know what he's thinking. Sometimes you got to be realistic about where you're at. He's 23. Do you know what it is? His agent would have dressed that up to him. I can imagine already. His agent would have said to him, he'd have gone, right, Eddie, you're only 23. You play for Arsenal. You're on a big contract, so they're not likely to get rid of you, right? And when you look at English strikers right now, there's not a lot there. Let's be real. Harry Kane's 30. Who's the next one in line? Rashford plays wide. Calvert-Lewin's disappeared. I don't know where he is. Watkins has gone downhill. Ings is 30. He's not doing anything. There's no real clear heir to the throne of Harry Kane in terms of becoming the striker. So Eddie's agent's probably saying, listen, mate, if you're patient and you get a run in this Arsenal team, you might get the call up. But the reality is, yeah, Ivan Toney, but listen, he needs to stop putting bets on, bro. He might have to go and play for Jamaica, I'm telling you. Ash said, oh, yeah, obviously, Harry Kane. Harry Kane can't be going to America. You know what I mean? This ain't Eddie Murphy coming to America. There's no way you can deal with that heat in Miami and them places there. Mexico. I think it's in Mexico, Canada, and America. At 34, he needs to chill, man. No, do you know what, bro? He's not even too flashy. I don't mind him wearing the waistcoat if he don't act like a waste man. Do you know what I mean? Win the trophy, you can wear anything. Wear a waistcoat, wear a top hat, do whatever you want, mate. But don't make foolish decisions and leave ballers on the bench. Bielsa, the problem with Bielsa, man, Bielsa will concede 5 and score about 5 as well. Does he speak English as well, Bielsa? Didn't he purposely not learn English? Although I've heard some people say he speaks English, but not to the media. Paul Merson says Arsenal will finish 5th if they don't sign a striker in January. It's not impossible. It's not, because if Jesus out for 3 months and you're running with Eddie for 3 months, I would expect to get some bad results, but I would hope that we could hang on to top 4. Humidity's going to be peak. I'm telling you, man. Eddie's agent will say, Ed, Arsenal gave you the number 14. Sky's the limit, son. That's the kind of madness they'll be saying to him. Playing for England helps a lot, even if it's a few caps. I see brothers throw away a good international career to get a few caps. I used to, well, I still speak to him, Andre Gray, right? Known him for years. And when he was at Watford, when Watford were in the Prem, he just had that big season at Burnley in the Championship, right? He got Championship Player of the Year. I think Joey Barton was the captain. And he got the move to Watford in the Prem. And spoke to him about playing for Jamaica, right? Because I knew one of the coaches. And they were like, listen, we want him to play for Jamaica, try and qualify for this World Cup, actually, I think it was. Or was it the one before? I think it was this one. And at the time, his agent was saying, listen, they've only got Kane. You know, Sturridge had retired. Vardy had retired from playing for England. They were like, look, there aren't a lot of good strikers in England. Just wait. Only takes a couple of injuries and you're in that squad. Also, your value as a player is far higher if you play for England. When you go in to negotiate a contract, you might have 50, 60 caps for Jamaica. You could have 4 caps for England. You're going to get a bigger wage because of those England caps. It's all very political. And then years down the line, careers change. Andre obviously went to play for Jamaica, like Mikel Antonio. They tried to call him up years ago, didn't want to play. Now he's in his 30s, can't get in the England squad, chooses to play for Jamaica. So sometimes it's too late, you know. Corner to Morocco. Let me just, only 2 minutes till half time. I've spent half of the game talking about Southgate. Great ball in by Ziyech, headed away at the near post. Bicycle kick. Good save by Lloris at the near post. And Chouameni clears it. Edge of the box shot. It's dragged wide. Goes out for a goal kick. If Jamaica was serious, Antonio Gray, Gibbs White, Bailey, Maitland-Niles, Hayden, Rico Emery, Pinnock, Moore, Aarons and Blake. The problem that you've got is that in Jamaica, from when I've been there and what I've heard, they don't want... Oh, it hit the post. It wasn't saved. They don't want a team full of players that are English-born. Seems to be the thing. They want some, but not all. They want players that are born over there as well. And sometimes, you know, that can make it difficult. Maitland-Niles obviously has played for England, I believe, in a qualifier, so I don't think they can call him up. But yeah, Gibbs-White would be a good one. He would be a good one. Henry, Pinnock, Max Aarons. Yeah. Listen, there's plenty of players there. Yeah, man, they give you all that, man. You know, yeah, English boy, man, and all of that business. So, but they may have to go down that route. Maybe not all the way, but a number of them coming from England. Kimani said, I saw an interview from Bailey the other day. He's frustrated with grassroots and progressing Jamaican footy. That's the main reason they don't qualify, man. The setup's not good enough. And, you know, the people at the top, the organisation, the setups, the amount of pitches, the training grounds, the way they handle business, paying their players on time, all of that stuff. That's the reason why they've struggled, you know. Foreign you know how it goes, man. You know how it goes, broads. Another corner to Morocco. Ball whipped in by Ziyech. Lloris flaps at it, but gets it at the second attempt. 3 minutes added on. We're already a minute in. John said League Cup play restarts in 7 days. United play Burnley away in 7 days. Can't wait, hey. It is what it is. Football is back, people. I'm actually glad that Arsenal aren't in the Carabao Cup. I don't think we've got the squad to deal with 4 competitions. If you're looking at the Prem, FA Cup and Europa League and Carabao Cup, I always want Arsenal to win everything that they're competing in. But I think the lack of squad depth in our squad, I actually don't think going out of that Carabao Cup is a bad thing. I might say something different if we get knocked out of every other competition, but at the moment, I think we haven't got the squad depth. Chris said Bailey has dropped off a bit. A few years ago, he was going to be special. They were talking about 70 million, Chelsea, Arsenal. Everyone was looking at him. It just hasn't happened for him at Villa. I don't think it was the right club for him. To be honest. But maybe Unai will get the best out of him. Morocco have had a little bit of possession in the last 10-15. They've won a free kick over by the touchline. 1 minute to go. Jake said Jamaica doing the Island, Wales and Scottish tactics, let them live and develop in England and then say their great-granddad was here 200 years ago so they can play. The game's the game, man. You got to do what you got to do. You know, remember Ireland had Jack Grealish and Declan Rice playing for Republic of Ireland. You know, them two ended up obviously changing and playing for England. So you gotta do whatever you gotta do. And R11 said, I've enjoyed this World Cup. I've got mixed feelings. What's your feelings about this World Cup? There was a lot of talk about it and a lot of controversy around it. Ball whipped in by Ziyech, punched away by Lloris. And France get away. Oh, ref gives a free kick. They had a big counter-attack on there, France. But he's pulled it back. Free kick to Morocco. I think it's been a very exciting World Cup. I think there's been loads of excitement. I've said many times, I don't think there's been bags of quality in the World Cup. I don't think it's a classic in terms of quality. You look at the level of goals and things like that. I don't think we've seen amazing quality, but we've seen amazing excitement, you know. And considering the time of the year that it's been and how much politics, half-time whistle's gone there, I think it's been a very exciting World Cup. I really do. And from what I've heard, people over there, you know, I saw a thing the other day, not one England fan has been arrested. A lot of people were going, oh, you can't drink beer inside the stadium. Well, not one England fan was arrested. You seen what happened in other tournaments. These men are getting battered by police. You know what I mean? So, listen, by the looks of it, it's been a very good World Cup. Fair play to him. Cristiano Ronaldo's relationship with his agent Mendes is falling apart. Clubs are bypassing his agent and speaking to Ronaldo himself about a potential deal. I did see, and somebody put it in today's stream, Ronaldo trained... he trained this afternoon at Real Madrid, which is interesting. Ancelotti apparently gave the nod for him to train there and try and get fit. Obviously, it's sparked rumours. Would Real Madrid sign him? The reports coming out are that Real Madrid have no interest in signing him. That it's purely, you know, just out of respect for a Real Madrid legend. But you never know when they're in the building. You know, you never know. I think he's very frustrated with Mendes because probably not getting deals that he expected. But can you blame Mendes? I don't think Mendes needs to convince somebody to sign Ronaldo. If they want him, they do. And if they don't, they don't. These watch-alongs have made it epic. Hey, big up the community, man. Batson said World Cup has been less hype because it's winter. I agree with that. I think most years I remember going and watching an England game in a fan park or in a pub and it's 30 degrees and you haven't got that. I'm watching it with a hot chocolate and a jumper on because it's freezing, you know. So, yeah, that side of it has made it different. But I think in terms of the setup, it's looked like a very well-organised World Cup. My eyes are hurting from the insistent from Morocco fans whistling. Can't wait to see them go out. Oh, man, that's a bit harsh. I think Morocco have ended up doing all right. Going 1-0 down after 4 minutes. They've hung in there. They look like they can create a chance as well. So I think they've done all right there. For me, I've enjoyed the World Cup, but I need to see club football now. I've seen enough. Like I'm glad the World Cup final is this week. If there was another week, 2 weeks, I'd be like, nah, man, this is too long. I'm glad it's this week. Let's have an exciting final and let's get back to club action, you know. So me personally, I think it's been a very exciting World Cup, but I'm ready for club football now. It's actually made me more excited and appreciative of Arsenal and the Premier League, to be honest. Madrid treating Ronnie like Jack Wilshere. Man said, yeah, you can train with us, mate. Pick the cones up, but you're not signing for us. I'm sure Benzema's probably thinking, listen, I waited 10 years for you to move out the way so I could be the main man. And Ronaldo's actually a striker now as well. The interesting thing is, Real Madrid tried to sign Gabriel Jesus in the summer, as they said they wanted another striker because of Benzema's age and the fact that he's got a little bit injury prone. So could Ronaldo give it one of them? Listen, man, come on, bruv. Look how much I've done for you, man. I've won you, man, so many Champions Leagues. Just give me 6 months. Just give me 6 months, man. But, you know, it is what it is. Southland Five said, are you really excited, Big C, with Norbit up front? I mean, it's going to be funny anyway, one way or another. He'll either score and surprise us or he'll do everything that we expect. Brian said, Curtis, would you take CR7 on a 6-month deal on lower wages? Honestly, I'd have a list, right? This is my honest answer. I'd have a list of strikers that I would go for in January, and he would be on that list. He wouldn't be at the top of it. There's far better options. But if you said to me, we don't buy any striker and we stick with Eddie Nketiah for 3 months, or you can sign Cristiano Ronaldo to the end of the season, I would sign Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's no cap. Would he be at the top of the list? No. There's other players I would go for. But would I take him instead of Eddie? Absolutely, I would. No cap. I absolutely would. I'm being honest. Chris said CR7 would destroy the dressing room. You got to look at it like this. CR7 has never destroyed a dressing room when he's been playing, right? The only reason he's had a problem at Manchester United because he felt disrespected and he was on the bench. If you had 3 months of no Jesus, he'd play every week. There's no reason for him to have an attitude problem. Can he press how we would want to press? Probably not. So it's not ideal. But he would inspire a lot of these young players. So I'd have a list. He wouldn't be at the top. But if you're offering me Eddie Nketiah or CR7, then Suey. I'm telling you. And I'll print his name on the back of the shirt as well, just for the Man United fans. Sean said Eddie's better than CR7. Never in a million years is he better. 6 months CR7, give him the boot the minute the season ends. Exactly. You bring him in. Mendes trying to get that last big paycheck, 100%. He's probably asking for too much. Ronaldo at Real would bang. United's loser players are the problem, not Ronaldo. 24 goals in all comps last year, people. 24 goals. Still got something. You ain't going to get 24 goals out of Eddie in a season, I'm telling you, unless he's playing under 23s. Eddie Murphy over CR7. Hednaguna said, good evening, and all the C-Unit crew just back from gym. Should be an interesting second half. He's MLS bound. I don't know if MLS can afford his wages. There's a wage cap in America, man. He's going to ask for a fortune. Chrissy said, I'd take CR7 all day long. If he humbled himself, was prepared to sit on the bench from time to time, he's a winner at the end of the day. I'm telling you, you know me, I say it as it is. Jesus out till March, possibly out till March. So he'd start every week until March. By the time Jesus came back, you've only got 2 months until the season ends. But listen, like I said, he wouldn't be at the top of my list, that is for sure. Ronaldo will not tolerate that clown Arteta. Al said, you are a wizard, Harry, Maguire or Kane. I mean, listen, Maguire probably had a better World Cup than Kane. I'm not even joking. Portugal star João Felix is being offered to the Premier League clubs. Any transfer will be handled by the powerful Gestufute agency run by Mendes. He has negotiated with both Manchester and Arsenal. Listen, they're literally pimping João Felix. He wants out. Listen, from when João Felix was throwing shade on Simeone in the press conference for Portugal, I said straight away, this guy's leaving in January. There's no way. There's no way that Simeone's going to accept that. Mendes must have said to him already, listen, we're getting you out in January, so say whatever you want. I think that João Felix will end up on loan with an obligation to buy in the Premier League. I think Chelsea want a striker. I think Man United want a striker. And I think Arsenal want a striker. Well, we do. So, yeah, I expect him to join a club in the Prem. Yeah, I've just seen that same report, actually. Yeah, he's being offered to Premier League clubs. He's on $250 a week. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid are not going to want to pay 250 grand to a guy they're trying to get out. Simeone would actually beat him up. He probably would. He probably, honestly, they're still on their winter break for a few more months. Shooter said, give Ronaldo a 6-month contract, see how he performs. If he performs well, extend that to a year. Bring Felix to the carpet. Tottenham are interested in signing Zaha on a free. You know that, Falalu, you know that is pain in my eyes reading that. And he would actually suit their counter-attacking style as well. But if he signs for Tottenham, I'll say he's 30 and washed up and past his best. If he signs for Arsenal, I'll say he's in his prime and a player that I've wanted for many years. You know how the game goes, people. Champar said Felix is another featherweight. He's a baller. Can he handle the physical presence of the Prem? My worry with João Felix is just he hasn't been a goal getter, you know. I want somebody that's going to hit the back of the net, but maybe he's just been held back by Simeone's tactics, you know. Very defensive-minded. Jafar said, I think these pundits have a big part to play in England's form. I hardly see any French, Italian or Spanish pundits come out and put pressure to the manager for not playing a certain player. It's difficult because I don't read a lot of their press, so I don't really know how much pressure they are under. Oh, they've got Southgate on the screen now. Bias Schooner said, we only have 50 mil to spend in January. Mudryk is all but done, apparently. Felix would be an elite signing for us, a loan with obligation. If Arsenal pull out Mudryk and João Felix in January, honestly, I would actually be excited. Josh Kroenke's words, not mine. If you pull out Mudryk and Felix, I'll be like, wow, these men are serious. These men mean business. These men want to win the league. So we'll see. We'll see. Like you said, you know, you might only have to get Felix on loan, drop a decent fee on him, and get the rest on loan. Do you think CR7 will ever go into management? I think he said in that Piers Morgan interview he's got no interest. Why would he want the stress of management? Management is crazy stressful. He don't need the money, does he? I don't think he'll be interested. Big up JW with a super chat. Champar said, I'd rather Ferran Torres than Felix. That's interesting. More of a winger, any Ferran Torres. Great support, by the way. 1,200 of you in the chat. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Big up to everyone tuned in. The whole C unit in the chat. Really appreciate it. Everyone on Twitch as well. I don't rate Felix in the Portugal team, said Conky. I'll rate Mudryk. Felix for me is like, it's what, you know, sometimes it's like with a player, when he was at Benfica, I used to think this guy is going to be incredible. He went to Atletico and I've been like, he don't look that good. So I'm caught in between. Was he that good at Benfica because he was in the Portuguese league and it was a lot easier and he was playing for one of the better teams? Or is it that Simeone has held him back in a defensive-minded system? But I feel like we could possibly take the risk and he would be a big player. Nathan said it shouldn't have to be one or the other. We should get both and a centre mid. Let's see. Let's see how ambitious they are. Gunnar Graham said rather have Leao. I think Milan have said they want about 100 million for Leao. So I don't see us paying that. Mark said Felix is overhyped. Look, when you look at his stats, it doesn't look like 70, 80 million pounds. That's the reality. I've said this before. The one thing I don't like about João Felix, he's not a goal getter, and that worries me. At Atletico Madrid, 3 goals this season in 12. Last season, he got 8 in 24. Year before, 7 in 31. First season, 6 in 27. I mean, they are genuinely centre midfielders get better numbers than that. Benfica is last season, 15 goals, 7 assists. He's not a goal machine. So if you're expecting 20, 30 goals out of him, I don't think he's going to get you that. But the striker market is so limited at the moment. That's the problem. If you've got a João Felix on the market, clubs are going to be scrambling for him because you don't often get a player that highly rated who's that age in the January transfer window, and also the possibility you can probably get him on loan. You don't have to drop 70, 80 million on him in January. You could probably drop 10 million now, take him on loan, drop 60 in the summer, and he's your player. So I think there's going to be a lot of competition for him as well because Chelsea and Man United seem to be looking for strikers as well. And would Arsenal be prepared to drop such a big wage on him as well? Between 250 and 300 grand a week, apparently. Felix is another Pepe, said false manager. I'd love Ruben Neves and Zaha, said I'd love them too. 2 players I've always wanted at Arsenal. South London's finest, I think he will be a cam in the future with Odegaard as a long-term 8. It's a good point. You could do that. It would just be interesting if you signed him and then Jesus is back. Who plays? What position does he play? He's not going to want to come off loan because the first thing his agent's going to say is, right, Jesus is injured, so he comes in and plays. What happens when Gabriel Jesus comes back? And they're going to have to give that explanation. They can't really say, well, you know, he can challenge with Jesus for his first team place. He's probably not going to want to hear that because that's probably what Simeone's telling him. Oh, you're going to have to challenge with, you know, Cunha and Griezmann and all these man for your place. He wants to hear, you're going to play, you're going to start. That's your spot up front. So Abdul Ghaffar said, big up C Unit at this point. I will accept Morata on loan plus Car Park Neymar. I love this community. Listen, bro. Morata is almost as bad as Almunia in terms of, I almost consider it a swear word. I think that Morata is absolute no way on earth do I want Morata anywhere near Arsenal. I would rather sign Cristiano Ronaldo than Morata. I'm sorry. I don't want Morata anywhere near this football club. If we sign Morata, I'm having a meltdown. I'm having an absolute meltdown. But we'll see. James tried to convince me about Morata. I was not having it. I don't care how many stats he's got. It was not acceptable. Rooftop said, Big C, you should expand your channel. You have a genuine audience. Love your watch along. I never cared for the number. Big up, bro. And listen, my aim is to expand. Listen, that's the aim of the channel. You know, short content at the moment is really in at the moment. You know, TikTok and YouTube shorts. The short content is growing. I will always continue to do long streams because I like that, more time to interact. I need to up my short game alongside it. So you can't ignore it. It's there. It's a good way to expand your channel. I want to, you know, get somebody maybe to help edit the channel as well with the short content and stuff like that. So definitely we're looking for progression in 2023. That is for sure. Second half is underway, people. Massive second half this, by the way. You need to get more short clips. You got a bag full. Honestly, I look through some of the streams and I'm like, yo, this clips galore there. It would take me hours to go through them. But definitely looking for somebody out of the community to come in and help edit. A few of you have dropped me email. If anyone else is an editor, really good editor, and you've got time on your hands, curtisshawtv@hotmail.com. Drop me an email. And yeah, man, I've always said anything we do, if we need, a sound man or an editor or whatever, I want it to come from within the community, So yeah, man, hit me up. Shaw Shorts, people. Oh, dear me. Would that name work? I don't know. It might be too much for them, Zaha and Arsenal. I supported Arsenal when I was growing up. My whole family supported Arsenal. Thierry Henry was my idol. And he'll probably end up at Tottenham. Here's Mbappe, left-hand side. Skips the defender. He's ruined him. Hits the byline. Pulls it back. Oh, good little deflection there. Shots blocked. He ruined that defender there. Too much pace. Put the burners on him there. Who's the number 4 for Morocco? Amrabat. Oh, yeah. That looked naughty there. Way too much pace for him. Hotmail settings, man. I'm old school, people. I'm old school. But yeah, man, like I said, anybody who's editing and really good at stuff like that, hit me up, man. Pretty sure you will blow. Let's hope so. Let's see. All in good time, When was the last time Arsenal had a strong striker? Kevin Campbell. Probably this guy, Giroud. He was strong, really. Good hold-up man. I definitely think we need somebody different as a plan B. I'll take Mudryk on the left, Martinelli up front. Yeah, and Saka on the right. That would work. Griezmann slides in Mbappe. Mbappe goes down. He's appealing for a penalty. Ref says get up. I think Hakimi there. Mbappe's collided with the goalkeeper. Hakimi actually did well there. It's kind of that defending where you do enough to put him off balance, but you don't quite foul him. Great ball by Griezmann. He's onside, I think. Oh, he does just enough there, Hakimi. If you're going to do shorts, Big C, make another channel. It messes with the views. See, I was asking this the other day to somebody, Does it affect the algorithm with the long content? Do I set up a new channel? Clips and shorts? Possibly. Maybe we set up the new channel. Definitely in January. Because I've got a bit more time over Christmas. I want to set up a new channel. A lot of people saying on the watch-alongs, forget this watch-along background. I just use this for the international games because it's quick and easy. But in terms of the watch-along we've been doing for Arsenal, a lot of people saying that you prefer last season's background with the teams, with the brighter background and stuff like that, rather than the black and gold one that we've been using. So I'm going to put a poll up over the next few days, and I want you to let me know. I'll put a picture up of both, and you let me know which one you want. So yeah, but definitely we're looking for progression in the new year. Definitely we got to put shorts out, short content as well. Set up a new channel. Yeah, I think it could be a second channel with short content, man. You look back through the clips and the press conferences, the Buendias, the all of them watch-alongs. We got short content for days, man. Curtis Shorts. Could be. It could be. Call it Curtis Shaw TV Shorts. We'll definitely do something. I might put a vote on that as well. What do you think we should name that channel? We'll put that out there. You've built a serious community. I can see you rivaling AFTV. Listen, man. Listen, we're all in the same community. There's no need to even rival. We can coexist alongside each other, But big up, big up. I appreciate the compliment anyway. Lacquer, you prick. Yeah, by itself, that can do something. Curtis Shorts. A lot of people saying that. Curtis Shorts is a banger. Coleman Shorts. Oh, dear. But anyway, let's concentrate on the game. Morocco doing all right. Listen, they're still in this game. 1-0. Anything can happen. Great touch there by Ziyech. Good play. Morocco in the area. Ball whipped in. It's blocked by Kanate at the near post. They was appealing for handball. Here's Mbappe. Beep, beep. He's done Amrabat for pace. He's too quick. He's way too quick. Look at the pace. Amrabat comes across. Oh, he's clattered him. Absolutely annihilated him there. What a moment. You see the pace of Mbappe, but Amrabat got back and wrote him off. Mbappe's rolling all over the floor. I think he actually wins the ball. They're appealing for a free kick or a penalty. Mbappe's holding his ankle. I actually thought he won the ball. Ooh, maybe not, you know. Does he chip it over his leg? Mbappe's pace there was ridiculous. Absolutely wild pace. Did he get the ball there? He's still down injured, so maybe I thought that is some mad pace. I can't lie. That was Roadrunner. That was mad from Mbappe. Pure pace, people. I don't think they're doing a VAR check anyway. Did he get the ball there, people? Get up, mate. Strong tackle. On that replay I saw, I wondered if he chipped it over his leg. Initially, I thought he won the ball. Favourite moment was when we lost to Brighton. You did an AFTV interview. So, do you know what? That was funny enough. I was doing the watch along. Got a message. They were like, do you want to come and do a fan cam after the game? I was like, why not? Don't take me that long to get there. Went straight there. I had to get the opinion out twice, you know. It was necessary. Mbappe got GBH. It looked like he won the ball. It looked like he won the ball. I can't lie. I thought he was going to do the Bale v Barca. Ran off the pitch slightly as well. No free kick to France. Morocco get us back underway. Amrabat was getting absolutely... I didn't think he was even going to get back to put a challenge in. It actually looks like a great challenge. So fair play to him. Great tackle. Ziyech, ball down the line. Ball whipped in across the near post. Chance for Morocco. Oh, he mishits the shot at the back post. He had a bit of space there to volley it. And he slices it up in the air. That was a great chance for Morocco. Good cross. Ziyech looks good on this right-hand side, by the way. Looks a far better player than the Ziyech we've seen. What a ball that is. Morocco down the line. 2 players in the area. Ball whipped in, cleared. Oh, what a clearance by Kanate. They're swarming. Amrabat with the shot from distance. He drags it wide. What a clearance by Kanate, the Liverpool defender. What a ball this is, by the way. Splits their defence in half. Across the area, it's a tap in at the back post, but Kanate intercepts it, and Amrabat follows up with the shot, drags it wide. You could be right, Broads. He said England could never. Morocco actually got these men on ropes. Kanate's a beast. I've always rated him. Tank. Great ball whipped in across the area. If he could have got across... Varane there, comes out. It's got to do better there. Slices the volley in the air on the rebound. They've got France on the ropes a little bit here. I'm telling you, having a good spell of possession here, man. Dembele's been very quiet in this game. They're getting carved open. Orlando fan cam, shirt ripped, stopping the stream to play your intro to show the flex. I'm telling you, we got moments. We're going to have clips for days once we start. Don't you worry about that. It'll probably take me a few hours to go through, but yeah, we got plenty, man. England were relying on set pieces. You're not lying, you know. Trying to land it on the Fridge's head. Assassin said, Curtis Shaw on the Buendia stream. Oh, no, you've done me here, aren't you, Assassin? I know before I even read this. I'm actually embarrassed to be an Arsenal fan. We've got a Spanish Paul Clement as our manager and a glorified travel agent running our football club. Assassin, why'd you have to pull out the receipts, man? Why are you doing that to me? I scrunched that receipt up and binned it. Man pulled it out, unscrunched it and found it. Did I actually say that? I mean, listen... I can understand. At the time, yeah, I can't hide from it. I'm sure I would have said something along those lines. He was definitely a glorified travel agent. He'd given Willian 3 years on 200 grand a week. And Paul Clement, assistant manager, yeah. I've got nowhere to hide. Listen, I got nowhere to hide. I said it. Assassin, thanks a lot, mate. Thank you very much for pulling that receipt out the bag. Spanish Paul Clement, apparently I called him. We got plenty of content for the shorts anyway when we start with the short channel. You've absolutely dumped. No wonder you're called Assassin. You've definitely done me there. You've sniped me. Anyway, you wanted Aouar too. Listen, Temi, we all wanted Aouar, man. Everyone wanted Aouar at Arsenal. You can't let me sink by myself there. I'm sure you wanted Aouar at some stage. Assassin, man. Damn. I thought we were friends, homie. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. Man's pulled out the receipts on me, fam. And the thing is, I don't even remember saying that, but it just sounds like something I would say. Morocco again on the attack. Ball whipped in. Oh, they're scrambling. Griezmann clears it. They're all over the place. Still 1-0 to France. Shorts. Listen, I'm definitely asking the community for the name. Here they come again. Ziyech in the area. He's asking for a corner. They've given a goal kick to France. They've given a goal kick. He's not happy. Mbappe's down again, you know. He's down again. Is he actually injured? King Book said, Curtis definitely said. Do you know what? I don't even remember saying it, but it sounds too much like something I would say. So, Assassin absolutely done me. John said Arteta still might finish 5th, and if he does, Curtis was correct all along. Where you are after 14 games is irrelevant. Listen, it's something nice to smile about, but I'm all about the end result, you know. I remember many times, you know, I've cooked things, and I'm like, oh, that looks like it's cooking nicely in the oven. Next minute, I've forgotten about it, and it's burnt. Well, I can't say, well, you know what, family, you know, it looked great after 20 minutes, but now I've burnt it and ruined it. Nobody cares about that. What's going on with Mbappe here? Is he injured? Oh, he stood at him on the top of his foot there, by the way. I think his laces have ripped. Oh, no, he's not injured. They just got to change the boot. Big C calling Thomas Partey, Emmanuel Frimpong on a Brendia. Surely I didn't say that. I don't even remember that, but if I did, my apologies. Run the intro. Man said that's a proper Curtis quote there. Big up Broads. Lopez said, run the intro. That's got to be the funniest Shaw moment. I had to do it. Man. They were drawing for me. I couldn't have it. But, yeah, it is what it is, man. We're going to get the clips. Here come the French. Through ball. Poor pass. France don't even look that great. They're actually getting put on the back foot by Morocco. Do you know what? I've got a lot of respect for Morocco. Do you know what? In fact, you've got me thinking here, right? Morocco are actually playing better against France than England did. Like, this is far better. I didn't see England peppering France like this. They were all over them. They're all over France. They're the better team at the moment. So, and this is what I'm talking about with man like Gareth. Playing on the back foot, relying on a header from Maguire or a penalty. Try and attack them. Lacquer You Prick is a classic. Let's go, Morocco. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I didn't think they would even have France like this. France are scrambling a little bit. We haven't seen Mbappe and them, man, most of this second half or towards the end of the first half. Gareth waiting until 90 plus 7 to sub Grealish. You know what I mean? Look, they're on the attack again here, Morocco. They're clearly not afraid of France at all. Just as I say that, they give the ball away. The shirt rip was legendary. It was painful, I tell you that. Through ball to Mbappe. Left-hand side. Cuts inside. Puts the defender on his back. That's Hakimi, by the way. Griezmann with the shot. Deflected just wide. Oh, he's offside, Mbappe. They pulled it back. Man had Hakimi falling over there. He's lucky he was offside. Pep, you bold fraud. Remember the guy throwing bricks off bridges? No, I remember that guy. No, I'm going to have to... It will take me a long time to go through the clips. We were talking about things that we'd done when we was younger that, you know, things that were a bit naughty. Like, I remember trick-or-treating, throwing an egg at someone. You know, it's not good, but it's not the end of the world. Someone went in the comments and goes, yeah, I used to stand on a bridge on the motorway and drop bricks on the road. And we were like, yo, whoa. You're getting a little bit carried away here, bro. You go pen for 10 years for that. But yeah, I'm going to have to search through the streams, man. It will take hours, but... The crime stream. Everyone was revealing the crimes they committed. It's a safe environment, people. You can do an end of the year funny moments. Listen, that's like I said. I've got to step up my short content game. I have to. Stop the cross. Paddy Power thought I was a Man City fan. Put me all over their website. Villarreal stream. That was more pain as well. Griezmann's down injured. Morocco, listen, like I said, I got to give them a whole heap of credit because they don't look intimidated by the French at all. They're well up for the fight. If they can get a goal, they're right in this game. Here's Dembele. He's been non-existent second half. Yo, man said he dropped bricks off the bridge on the motorway. Do you know what kind of madness that is? Inter said the Messi love fest has ruined it for him. Too much love for Messi, yeah? That should definitely be on Curtis. Listen, we're going to find it. We're definitely going to find it. 29 minutes to go, people. Morocco have been very good. Ziyech having a great tournament. Good ball down the line. Chelsea actually talking about getting rid of him in January as well. Would you take him at Arsenal, people? Curtis, you need to be taken up by Arsenal TV. Good commentary. Yasser, big up, bro. Hope you're well. Hope the family's well. Wolves away stream, someone said. I'm gonna have to spend a few hours just searching through the streams and finding moments and then just clipping them and then we'll drip feed them out daily on the clip channel. The guy who worked in JD, man was giving us discount codes on the stream. Broad said, get Ziyech to the carpet. He's had a good tournament. Here they go again. Ball whipped in, cleared away. I mean, they're playing so well, Morocco, that Griezmann is playing like a defensive midfielder. He's not even playing in the 10 role. He's literally playing centre midfield, almost defensive midfield. They've pinned the French back, which is unbelievable credit to them to do this to the world champions. I didn't even really see England do this to France. Here they are again. Ziyech is balling. He's balling. Whips it in left foot. Great ball headed away. They're struggling to get out. Here's Mbappe. He's going to have to just run alone again. Here he goes. Here he goes. No, they've doubled up on him there. He was going to go for a run there. Morocco, honestly, great performance. I'm enjoying watching them play. Morocco playing, I'm going to put the tweet out. Morocco playing better against France than England did. Someone's got to say it. Let's just throw the grenade out there on Twitter, people. Let's not also forget the lizard. Who can forget that lizard, man? Jeez. See clips. Felix all day long said into what signing that would be. Lackery's at left back, Wolves last season. Don't worry, man. That clips channel, we're going to get some stuff going on there. Here come the French. Dembele whips it in. Goes all the way across. I think Mbappe should have been at the back post there. He held his run a little bit. And Morocco win the ball back. They're the dominant team at the moment. Curtis, if Arsenal finish top 4 and win a trophy, or if we win the league, I want to see you eat waffles. That's happening, people. That ain't no joke. Waffles and syrup, mukbang settings, people. ASMR. It's going down, people. Celebration settings, I told you. You've seen me annoyed, going crazy. You ain't seen the shameless me yet if we win something major. Fans won't know what's going on. Straight mukbang settings. 15 of the Morocco squad are French-born. I know there's a lot of connection between Morocco and France. Yasser said, finally, me and the wife can relax after the baby is better along with 2 others. Thanks for the support, Curtis, in the community. Big up, man. Blessings to you and the family, of course. No Dubai Cup parade. Oh, man. Giroud's been dragged off. Dragged him off. Who's come on? Marcus Thuram. I want to see a bit of this Thuram because every time I watched him in this tournament, I'm like, he looks lively, but don't look that good. He's being linked with a lot of teams. He's only got 6 months left on his contract at Mönchengladbach. And here he is on the ball. Cuts inside, goes past 2, goes down, not a free kick. He's quite tall and quick, but is he a bit clumsy? French Danny Welbeck? I don't know. Great to hear that, Yasser. Yeah, big up Champa, man. Inter said Curtis mukbang clips. Substitution for Morocco, number 9. Who's number 9? They don't show the numbers on the bench. We'll see who this is. El Naziri coming off. Hamid coming on. El Naziri, and I'm surprised at that. I thought they would. The man's tooth's hanging out. Oh, see, you're giving me so many ideas for clips. I need to actually write these down. I'm going to look back through. I'm going to actually start clipping the clips. I'm going to go back, clip them up, save them, and then when we're ready with the channel, we just bang. I'll have 30, 40 clips there ready to just go. French Danny Welbeck settings, man. Argentina, this is how you play France. I have to admit, right, I'm going to be honest. Before this game, I was very much, I think France beat Argentina. The way that they're getting dealt with by Morocco and the solid defense, maybe Argentina would beat France, you know. It just shows, don't it? Different teams and their setup, how hard it is. France are actually struggling to break these down. Yeah, every time they attacked against England, they look really dangerous. Ball whipped in from Morocco, collected by Lloris. Keep a notepad. I do actually have a pen and paper just there, but I didn't write them down. I should have just written them down. But we'll go back through them. Mbappe's overrated. B-Tech Bale, you need to relax, Bob. You need to calm down, Bob. Buendia turning down Arsenal did us a favour. Yeah, he's been a fraud. I think he's been an absolute fraud at Villa. But it's hard to thrive in that Villa team, man. None of the players, you know, Bailey and Coutinho, who's actually thriving in that Aston Villa team. Zephyr said, I've got to admit, Curtis Shaw Crime TV was the funniest stream I've been on. That was a good one. I need to find that one. Thuram's just been absolutely booted to the floor there by Hakimi. Rafinha has been underwhelming. Are you glad we didn't sign him? Again, it's difficult, isn't it? Because at Arsenal, he was already in the Prem. He was doing good in the Prem. He may have been better at Arsenal than he would have at Barca. Maybe La Liga isn't for him, you know. Assassin's back after he shut me down. He says, Curtis Shaw on Arsenal losing to... he's got more receipts. On Arsenal losing to Brentford, first game of the season, he said, tonight, people, we've lost to a team that hasn't played in the top flight since my nan was a kid. Assassin, why are you doing this to me? Ben White, 50 million, more like £5. Did I actually say that? Damn. France on the attack. Here's Mbappe. Deflected. Oh, headers up in the air and they clear it. Assassin, you are absolutely destroying me here, my friend. These receipts are painful to read. I can understand me saying these things at the time, though. CU clips. That's not a bad one. I like the creativeness of that, you know. I like it. CU clips. That's a good one. We're coming with good ones here, you know. Is Dembele? He's on the move. Oh, he loses possession, man. That's the problem with Dembele sometimes, you know. Lack of end product. Assassin's moving mad. Assassin's Creed, bruv. Photographic memory. You just remembering all these off the top of the head. That was a good one. CU clips. I like that. Shorts is winning at the moment. Bring expressions on the channel. Yeah, big up X, man. Definitely got to do a show with X. Dembele, the Roadrunner. Here's Thuram. Thuram drives into space. That's a foul. That has to be a foul. Free kick. I tell you what, this Dembele looks... not Dembele. Thuram does look quick. CU clips is dope. I like that one. C clip unit. That's a good one as well. See, you lot. No, the creativity's mad, you know. You lot are like Arsenal 2000 and... Was it 13? Ramsey, Wilshere. We had pure creative players. Cazorla. Then we added Ozil. Pure creativity, people. C clip unit. Damn. You come in with them good ones, you know. CU cones. Oh, dear. Cone man music, man. Free kick to France, about 30 yards out. Crossing position. Ish said, Big C, when you said in the dot along this, Eddie dot is rubbish. I just didn't like the way that dot was moving, man. It wasn't right. Free kick to France. Antoine Griezmann, crossing situation. He'll whip it to the back post. They've got some height in there with Konate, Thuram, Varane, Tchouaméni. They got some big lads. Griezmann to take it. Whips it to the back post. Oh, Konate, was it? It was Fofana, actually. Should have done better there. See the process. Emptying the clips. Sherman shorts. CU cones. Cone unit. They've got the ball back now in their own half. Morocco, they've slowed down a little bit last 5 minutes. Nelson said his sister's going through a divorce. Can Assassin represent her? Listen, photographic memory by the sounds of it. Big him up. CU clips. That one's a really good one. I can't lie. I've always rated this clips. That's not bad as well, you know. Shameless clips. I've always rated this clips. There's some good suggestions here, by the way. Griezmann's fouled again. 18 minutes to go. Game's getting a little bit tired now. It is on edge, though. You know, if Morocco score extra time, definitely have to do a montage of you shouting Sherman. We'll definitely have to. And I've got a lot of time. I need to sit down and go through a lot of these. Tarun said, C, clip the process. Thuram looks good. Listen, he looked quick then. I can't lie. He does look fast. And I am a bit of a pace merchant. Short time. That's a good one as well. Showtime. Short time. Consider your actions. Clips. Short snooze. That's not a bad one as well, you know. I like that as well. See, the creativity is outrageous here. I love this. You're giving me ideas galore. Can Morocco get that equaliser? That's the only thing I would say with Morocco. They're getting in good positions, but have they got a goal in them? I don't know. And they've took El Naziri off as well. More clips than a strip club. You know, that's a certified thing that we use on here for sure. Are you sure TV? That's a good one. Big C, you see the France manager was under pressure and the manager made a change. Look how it's going to make the change work. Is this what England do? And look at the tournament Giroud's had. He's second, I think he's joint second top scorer. He's just dragged him off and look at the change already. Bit of energy. Here is Thuram. Left-hand side, whips it in. Oh, poor shot there, man. Fofana, use your head, tight angle. You've got to look for the pass or try and go across goal there. Poor finish, goes out for a goal kick. It's end-to-end stuff now. Shaw on clip. Shaw and sweet clips. That's a good one. Arsenal Shaw. Morocco on the ball. Have they ran out of steam? Shaw cone redemption. React to your legendary moments. Listen, that's what I'm saying. We got loads of ideas. More things that I've got to do. 100%. 100%. Ideas galore now. For the new year. See clips, Waffle House. Your reaction when I incorrectly mentioned that Jerry Springer. Oh man, I remember that Hendon Guna. We was all like, nah, Jerry Springer, what a legend. Then it was like, oh, actually he hasn't. It was all mad. Big C, would you take 90 points at the end of the season? Yes, yes, and hell yes. 90 points. When's the last time Arsenal saw 90 points? Definitely take 90 points. I know people are saying to win the Prem against Man City, you've got to get maybe 95 points. But they got 93 last season. Liverpool got 92. I think 90 points might win you the league this year. Man City lost 3 games last season. They've only lost 1, but I think they'll lose more than 3 games this season. Here come Morocco. Chance for Morocco. Oh, he's done too much. Should have pulled the trigger. Lays it back. Get to the byline, and I think the best they're going to get is a corner. Went past 2 or 3 players there. Didn't get the shot off. Sometimes, even when the defender's close to you, you get that shot off, he'll go through their legs or get a deflection and still go in somehow. This game is wide open now. Wide open. Ball out wide. They've changed now. It looks like Thuram's playing on the left. And Mbappe's gone central now. He's got to shoot there. Got to. France miss Rabiot. I said this the other day, and a few people were getting at me. about Rabiot. We're talking about Rabiot to Arsenal. Yeah, maybe he doesn't suit the Prem. But one thing I was saying is he's had a good tournament. He's been solid for them in there. Against England, I thought he played really well. And he's a free agent in the summer. Long ball. France have been awful in this second half. Honestly, I can't believe how bad they've been. What a run. Just hit it. Hit it there. Bang. Pull the trigger. Tried to cut back onto his right foot. Keith said, I love that Super Kev is part of the C Unit community. Big up, Kev, man. Definitely going to get Kev on. He's been working throughout the World Cup as well. I have been speaking to him still. I think maybe next week we try and get him on as we build back up to Arsenal being back. We'll get his opinion on the World Cup, transfers, all of that stuff. And of course, I will be grilling him on the fact that he said he would spend 100 million on Declan Rice ahead of Jude Bellingham. Of course, we're going to have to speak about that. But hey, Short Curtis like Short Circuit. I remember that film back in the day, man. Big up Gail, who said, watching from Jamaica, Big C, your stream is a few seconds behind. It's funny watching, but listening to your commentary. Why am I behind? I don't know why. Did I pause it? No, I didn't. You've got the better one in front of me. You're in front of me this time. Big up yourself. Clips for sure. It's the clips, Curtis. Kevin. Yeah, Kev basically, I think, I don't know where, was it in a newspaper or something? But Kev said if he had 100 million, he would sign Declan Rice ahead of Bellingham. So, we got to grill him on that one. He can't hide from that. Amala comes off. Ezel Zuli comes on. I hope I haven't butchered his name. 13 minutes to go. Can Morocco find that goal? Still not sure why they took El Naziri off, but, maybe he was tired. Kamani said, great community interaction with the great ideas. Big up the C Unit. 100%. Brilliant. We feed off each other's energy, Dembele coming off. He's been poor tonight for me. Seen nowhere near enough end product. And who's this guy? Kolo Muani comes on. I actually don't even know who this guy is. I'm not even going to cap. And they had some decent players on the bench. I thought Kingsley Coman was coming on. Muani comes on. Mark said, Curtis Shaw, CC clips. CC clips. We'll try that one. I would rather Rice. Not for me, fella. Neither one of them really are worth 100 million. Let's be honest. I love Bellingham. I don't think he's worth 100 M's. Oh, Mbappe, what a turn. Finds Marcus Thuram in the area. Mbappe gets wide, goes past 1, 2, still Mbappe. Goal! Back post. The shot was deflected. And France are heading to the World Cup final. And I think it's the guy who's just come on. Number 12, Muani. Mbappe makes the goal. His shot was deflected, back post. And he's been on the pitch about 30 seconds. And he has scored the goal. Let me Google him. Muani. Somebody said there he plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. Randall Kolo Muani, 24 years of age. Plays for Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany. 5 goals in 14 games. He has got 9 assists as well. And he scored within, 20 seconds of coming on. Thuram found Mbappe, passed Amrabat, 2, 3, gets the shot off, deflected, back post, 3 yards out. He cannot miss. Open goal. Dream substitution for Deschamps. You bring on a sub, he scores within 30 seconds of being on. Game, set, and match. I've always rated him. I've been watching him for years, followed him closely. He's a top talent, this guy. 30 seconds earlier, I'd never heard of him. Alfred said, honestly, Coman with the minute would be better. Ah, dear. Dembele, yeah, he's been really disappointing. Really disappointing. 2-0 to France. That is game over. Argentina against France. World Cup final, people. Mbappe against Messi. It's going to be epic. It's going to be an incredible final. I'll tell you that much. It really is. I think with with Morocco. They just didn't have the goal scorer, man. They've got in some great positions tonight where they've got to get the shot off or the final ball's got to be better. It just hasn't been there. It just has not been there for them, which is, disappointing. But listen, they've made their country, they've made the continent proud. World Cup semi-final, they've got further than England and other big countries. They've had 60% possession, which tells you a lot about the quality of, how good they've been on the ball. Just haven't done enough in front of goal. Deschamps made it. Deschamps is not a good coach, huh? No, listen, I think he deserves credit. Mbappe made it, sorry, not Deschamps. Bioschooner said, just think if France win this World Cup, Mbappe will have 2 World Cups at the age of 23, which is, I think that's extraordinary. I really do. Interesting dynamic as well. Not only Messi versus Mbappe, both of them are joint top goal scorers, 5 goals each. So you're looking at potentially a goal for either one could win them the Golden Boot as well, which would be a double celebration. Golden Boot, you probably win player of the tournament if your country wins it. That game is going to be unbelievable. It really is. Saliba's heading to the World Cup final. It's all down to his 20-minute substitution appearance, I actually think Konate is better than Upamecano for me. If Upamecano's fit, I would not pick him ahead of Konate. I think Konate is a beast. France heading to the final. I actually don't think they've been amazing in this game, but the sign of good teams is you win games sometimes when you're not actually playing great. Deschamps always rated him, said Mark. Don said, as an African, I'm so happy Morocco is out. They don't think they are African. It's funny, a lot of people have been saying this. It's quite controversial. I saw somebody put this comment about a lot of the time the North African countries, they don't necessarily consider themselves African. I don't know. I suppose it's a subject. Some people would view it different. Big C, Zaha or Balassi, you're destroying me there. Because Balassi's been my friend for years. Zaha's the player I want. I would say Balassi he's a streets won't forget baller. There's no doubt. He's a streets won't forget baller. Some of the things that this guy did in the Prem, he was playing cage football in the Premier League with his tricks. But Zaha has had the bigger impact in the Premier League and at Palace. There's no doubt about that. Scored more goals. Yeah, Broads, like some North Africans really rep Africa, some don't. It depends. Some do, some don't. So I don't want to, I don't want to brush everyone, tarnish everyone with the same brush if we like. Balassi brought ball from the streets to the Premier League, 100%, Kimani, 100%. The whole of Africa ain't rooting for Morocco, trust me, said Duffel Bag. Yannick is a baller, 100%. It's all kicking off now. They're having a little argument. 6 minutes to go. It's like Liverpool and England. Yeah, I've been to Liverpool a number of times. They say, I've met loads of people and they go, we're not English. They don't consider themselves as English. They say they're Scouse. They're from Liverpool. They consider Liverpool its own, thing, its own rules, its own place, its own... They don't consider themselves English. Like Barcelona with Spain, they'll say they're Catalan. Free kick. Ziyech whips it in, cleared away by Griezmann. Griezmann's done a lot of defending in this game. Guys, just type Balassi flick against Eriksen. The man got his own skill on FIFA, man. It ain't no joke. You know what I mean? It was crazy. John said 7 of the 11 French starters are of African descent. Africa is moving on in this tournament. Tunisia even wanted to leave the Federation of Africa and join UEFA. That's interesting. Proud of Morocco always, says Khalid. Scousers definitely speak their own language. I got love for my Scousers. Big up, man. A lot of people up there have said Scouse not English. I've seen it, written on walls up there and everything. Benzema is not missed. Listen, we were I saw this as well. They were saying, are France better with Giroud than Benzema? Sometimes, ball whipped in, comes to the back post, Hakim Ziyech Can he create something? He was red there. It goes out for a goal kick. Sometimes the best player is not necessarily best for the team. Benzema is better than Giroud, but maybe France play better with Giroud up front because he links up play more, and because of the kind of player that he is. Would you take Griezmann over Odegaard? I'd say he's better than Odegaard. Got to be honest. I'm not going to cap. I think Griezmann's better. The only thing that goes against Griezmann now is his age and his wage. I'm sure I read that he's on nearly £500,000 a week, and he turns 32 in 3 months. So nearly £500,000 a week and 32 is the downside of him. But you're asking me right now, is Odegaard better than Griezmann? I think Griezmann is better. Benzema called Giroud a go-kart. I remember that, man. That was crazy. Big C, was Hakimi too lovely with Mbappe? For me, it's wartime to leave it for later. Yeah, listen. Has he had many chances to clamp him? A lot of the time, when Mbappe's had the ball, Hakimi's been high up the pitch. He's a very attacking fullback. Even now, Hakim is high up the pitch trying to get a cross in. It's gone out for a goal kick. Don said, you're wrong, Curtis. Odegaard's still learning his trade. He's got more techers. I don't know about that, Griezmann's got tech, I'm telling you. Griezmann's better than Odegaard right now. Facts, in my opinion. Griezmann's done big things in the game, man. You're talking about World Cup winner. They paid about 100 million for him. Griezmann's a baller, man. Griezmann's been a baller for a long time. He's had big seasons. 22 goals, another 22, 19, 15... 13 at bar, so he's a big baller, man. He's been brilliant in this 10 role. Big C, I want to see England v Morocco in a friendly at Wembley or White Hart Lane. Kimani said, if I play my homie on the pitch, he's getting the business. Yeah, it's just standard. I'm going to treat you like any other player. If you got to get clamped, you might have to get clamped. It is what it is. After the game, we can talk, and you know what I mean? That's how it goes. Especially in a World Cup. No time to be nice, He might be better than Odegaard, but not Solarcard. He's a different player when the sun's out, man. We know this. Big up Stringer Bell. Hope you're well. 2 minutes to go, a normal time. France 2, Morocco 0. They are heading for back-to-back World Cup finals. Apparently hasn't been done for over 60 years. I think Brazil, 58 and 62, were the last team to win back-to-back World Cups. Can the French equal some major history and win it back-to-back? They weren't heavily tipped at the start of the tournament, but, you can never write off the current holders. And when you consider no Benzema, no Pogba, no Kante, no Kimpembe, no Nkunku, no Lucas Hernandez, 6 potential starters there. Maybe not all of them, but definitely squad players not available, and they're still flying through this tournament. Broad said, if I play against Curtis, I can't be Broads from AFTV. I have to be Broads from the community. I respect Curtis too much. Listen, don't listen to this guy. I've seen him on the pitch. If me and him was playing against each other, he'd still be doing the same old antics, man. You know what Broads is on. I've literally seen Broads punch a player in the stomach from a corner. Like, it was outrageous. He's a legend. He's an absolute legend. He made life very easy for me up front, I tell you that. And he done his thing as well. Bagged goals for fun as well. Cabby said, great show as always. Big up C. Big up yourself. Crochet said, Odegaard is my GOAT. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. He ain't in the GOAT categories, that's for sure. Chris said, do you feel the pundits and clubs are disrespecting CR7? Is the downfall started? I think that because of how Ronaldo's acting, I always think a key thing in life, understand the level you're at. Never play down your own talent, but you've also got to remain humble. And I think his interview with Piers Morgan didn't go down well. And I think he has to have an understanding of where he is as a player, Ronaldo. And I think he is being disrespected a little bit, but also because of the way he's acted a little bit. I think people think he's been a bit of a spoilt brat in the recent months. And I think that's gone against him, If he'd have humbly said, I'm moving on and stuff like that. But yeah, Ali said, why don't you read my comments? Big up Ali. There you go. Should have been a better comment, really, shouldn't it? Curtis, you're spot on with the game prediction. 2-0, people. I told you. 2-0. I've got it again, I think. Elbows and punches fly in pure dark arts from 6'4" Broads. We definitely, bro, remember he was saying he don't know how tall. We don't know how tall he is. Pogba and to some extent Benzema may have caused drama. It's a good point. A lot of off-the-field antics sometimes with those two. Freddie says 2-0, I predict. Yeah, it's easy to call it now, my friend. Anyone excited? Somebody just said for Croatia against Morocco. I can tell you for certain, I will not be doing a FIFA Live. Anyone excited for Croatia, Morocco? I will not be doing a stream for that. Oh, Mbappe gets in the area where he's tackled. I will not be doing a live stream for the third place playoff. Morocco against Croatia. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I love the World Cup and the community, but you know, I won't be doing that one. Saturday as well, innit? It's Arsenal against Juventus. That's the big game on Saturday. March in Bolivian said, what happened? I had a few beers. 2-0 to France. And, yeah, Morocco played very well, but didn't have enough up front. How tall are you? I think I'm 6'2". But you never know. Maybe I am 6'4". Maybe I'm 6'1". I don't know. Do you miss Prime Ozil? Yeah, listen, he was a joke. He was unreal. Should the Euros and Champions League have I think the third place playoff is pointless. I got to be honest. I think it's pointless. I've never watched that game and actually been interested. Do they celebrate when they come third? I don't know. Morocco shot goes wide. I think it's gone out for a corner. They're showing a Moroccan fan crying. Take pride in the performance, man. They've represented themselves well, man. Abdul Ghaffar said, I struggle hard to rate Odegaard. I don't know why. I just don't really feel him. He's the weakest of our first 11. Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, he's mad talented. I can't lie. He's techie and talented, but sometimes he frustrates me. Alvin said, I remember people saying Robbie is 6'6". He ain't 6'6", people. I'm telling you that. I believe I'm at least as tall as him. Morocco, they got in here. Could be a chance. Pull it across. Oh, he's sleeping. Chance. Oh, cleared off the line. How did that not go in? I actually feel like I wanted that to go in for Morocco. Koundé, how did he block that off the line? Unbelievable. And what are they doing? What's the problem? Are they checking to see if it's a VAR check or something? Koundé at right back, not a natural right back. No, it's just a throw-in. Broad said, bro, I swear Robbie is taller than me. I don't know, you know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They can do everything except finish. Yeah, man. He's definitely 6 foot plus, Robbie, but I don't think he's 6'4". Might be the Air Forces. Yeah, he loves a pair of Air Forces. Kai said Robbie is 6 foot max. I met him in Leicester as he went for his daughter's uni graduation. Yeah, and well, I'm not sure. Really not sure. Robbie's 6'1". He said it many times. Okay, there you go. Proof's in the pudding. Goal kick, or free kick rather, to France. And Lloris will go long. Broad said, I'm definitely taller than him then. How tall is Turkish? Turkish quite tall, you know. I think he's about 6 foot as well. The Don is a giant. He's not that tall, man. Classic Gouda, man. I'm sure Expressions called him that a few times. We can't slander man like that. Alvarez and Messi running at the French back line. It could be a problem. I can't lie. But France seem to be able to find a way of winning, you know. Even today, I don't think the French have played that great, but 2-0 looks like light work in the end. Amrabat handballs it. He slips over there. probably should get a yellow card, but I think the ref's just going to let him off. Minute to go. If Robbie ain't 6'1", if he's 6'1", Cecil is 6'5". Nah, Cecil ain't that tall. Like, he's tall, but he ain't like 6'5". James looks massive. He looks 6'3" like Thuram. Nah, James is small, man. James ain't 6 foot. Full-time whistle goes, people. Allez les Bleus. France into the World Cup final with a 2-0 victory against Morocco. Morocco definitely have done themselves proud, put up a valid fight. At times in the game, they were the better team, but they just didn't have the goal scorer up front. Giroud and the Morocco manager, they're talking. I think they were teammates, apparently, in France years ago. But listen, Morocco, a lot of those players will get moves. The manager will get a lot of respect. And they've done themselves proud. World Cup semi-final. But it is official, people. France against Argentina. World Cup final. Messi against Mbappe. Will it be the young king or potentially the GOAT who gets over the finish line on Sunday? I will be doing a watch-along, of course, for the World Cup final, as if we wasn't going to do one. I'm just checking. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. And then on Saturday, Arsenal against Juventus, 6 p.m. kickoff. I won't be doing the third place playoff, Croatia against Morocco. No real interest in that game without being disrespectful. Saliba on his way to the World Cup final, people. People, I am out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Brilliant support as always. Make sure you lick that like button on the way out. Argentina against France in the final on Sunday. Will it be Messi or will it be Mbappe? I will be back tomorrow, people. See you all soon. Bless.